2 of the National Football League. And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. There were no problems for him last week, going over 350 passing yards. It's the Bills and the Cards, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudner. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
First carry for James Conner. To about the 23. This defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Murray to the veteran Green for the Cardinal first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Murray now on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Murray a give. This is Conner. Oh, Conner loses it. And the Bills have recovered. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
Now, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You can wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They run again with Hines. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Allen. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Allen going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hines. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won at 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start with a give to Connor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray. Short little throw to Ebron. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Ariza is sent on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hines.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They run with Hines, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal the last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So the scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
No, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Murray giving to Connor on the option.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
The Cardinals had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning. And that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Throwing now is Murray. They'll get that one complete to Connor.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. To throw, it's Murray. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
No, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to take it down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Allen's throw is complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's the 3rd time in this drive that these 2 connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up and making sure.
And he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, PS5.
More fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Murray's going to keep it again.
And it's a fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Yeah, only encouragement I can give is just keep it up. It's hard to get a crowd in, man.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Murray now.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Hold on, I'll type my username in here. Hold on. And I went ahead and subbed too, buddy.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Murray going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Connor. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Dang, Murray got nailed right
Likely
there.
going to leave in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going
Gotcha, man. I'll accept it. Appreciate it, buddy.
Defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Murray going to fire one out wide. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert.
Got him on the bubble screen. That's hard to do on all Madden.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run here with Connor. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. And that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd down and goal. Murray. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him out of the end zone as the first.
Open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A.J. Green.
I was a little worried there. That was close.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point.
He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Bills ready to take over. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense.
Got him. That's a good sign. We're getting pressure.
You know, maybe someday I'll press it a little bit.
Got to get pressure on Josh Allen.
That's a pretty darn good start to this season. That's a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. This is Hines. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Allen. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. Greg Dortch back deep. Pulled in at the 24. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, screen pass to Connor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that will take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Murray to air it out again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin the drive with Hines. And some room to work.
And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
On play action, Allen. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. To try again after the sack. Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where it was the visiting Lions who come in and get the road victory. DeAndre Swift, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Tyler Boyd, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. The Jags played well a week ago. They're doing it again as they try to run their mark to 2-0. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Bills, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Well, the Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen.
That's caught by Marquez Callaway.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. All the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Allen Allen will try to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get an interception, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Allen now on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and Diggs has it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. That is caught at the 7.
And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense and we like to.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember, well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally the haymaker to put that drive away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here's Murray from midfield. He's got McBride here over the middle.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Well, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Here's Hines. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Allen running right on the option. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Going for the deep ball. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hines, about 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Marquez Callaway,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called a...
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Here's Murray.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's complete to his running back, Connor.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
I'm just going to go ahead and say it, partner. There's no intent here because Von Miller, former NFL Man of the Year award winner, he likes to play the game the right way. But in this case, makes a mistake and gets in just a...
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
James Conner, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense returns to the field for their next possession, led by receiver Marquez Callaway.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
To throw is Murray. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Screen pass to Connor.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Connor on the read option. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Murray. And he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's see that, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it was really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And here comes Dortch on the return. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Shotgun now from Murray. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
1st down, Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Connor will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
this game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And from back there, a wise move. This one, and it'll come out to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. It's Hines. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action, Allen. That is caught by Callaway. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hines, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run for it with Hines. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes.